Hello everyone, my name is Marchand. Today is the 2nd of May 2013, and today is episode 2 of ZbrushRush. Okay, as you can see, today we'll be doing a sculpt of a guy with a giant mustache, like a military suit, maybe a police officer. As always, I start off with a Z-sphere, and I start going at it with the Move Clay Builder Brush, or Move and Clay Builder Brush, starting to dig in the eyes, move around for the nose, carve out the cheekbones. In this stage, I'm just kind of playing with shapes, trying to figure out what I want to make. As I didn't go in here with a set goal in mind, I just started playing with the Z-sphere, which is one of the reasons I really like ZBrush, because you're not bound by, you're not limited by the polygons and the topology. You can just go at it and move stuff around and try to really explore it and find out a sculpt of something you want to do. This style is very similar to the last sculpt I did, like a kind of exaggerated features, but I want to focus on making more realistic sculpts in the future, so this will be the last one of this style. A viewer suggested I make a female sculpt face, which I have been trying to do. I'm on like a third one. I keep messing it up, or it doesn't look bad, people say, but it's not up to a standard where I really want to show people yet. But I'll talk more about that later in the show. Here's where I had the mustache, and once I added it, I kind of, it felt right, so I was like, maybe I'll explore this area a little bit, or explore that concept. In retrospect, I should probably have made the mustache a separate subtool, so I could have had a lot more freedom with it. After I planted it down the face, I kind of just left it there. Eventually I come back to it and experiment with it, see if I want to do like a handlebar mustache, or eventually I decide on the old school like western twirly mustache you find in like, I don't know, Civil War era. Just carving out the eyes with the Damien Sanding brush. Here I've masked out the eyes and moved them up a bit. Looking back at it, I don't think it's the right. I eventually move them back down. Just working out some shapes with the clay builder brush. I think here, well, eventually I switch the alpha to a round shape, which gives it a more organic feeling brush, I guess I want to say, as opposed to the square one it starts off with, which makes it pretty hard. Moving the ears out and everything. Hiding the face so I can get a more focused shot on the, well, hiding the head so I can get a more focused shot in the face. I realized that the proportions are all wrong, so when I unhide it, I move it back, move the ears down and start where the eyes start. Here I'm trying to distinguish the mustache from the face, which again wouldn't have been a problem if I did a separate subtool, but I did not, so now I have to mask everything out and pull them out like that. Again, still playing with the proportions because I'm not happy with the overall shape of it. Working on the face. Here I start adding some hair using the clay tubes brush. I started off wanting to make like an old man with the old hairstyle, like going bald on top, and then I decided it'd be funny if I maybe add like some comb over from one side, like he's trying to hide, like he's ashamed of it. Or maybe going to like a midlife crisis or something. Here I'm just painting it like I did with the last sculpt, adding a lot of dark areas around the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth to indicate where the most blood vessels could be shown. Added a slightly dark layer to the chin to give a sort of stubble look. Indicate that he obviously has facial hair. Then I go back in with just a regular brown to give a coat over the hair. Then I realized that the hair doesn't really look like it's layered on top, so I go back with the clay tubes brush and add some more dimension to it. Here I realized I forgot to add eyebrows, so I go back in there and do it. That's it. Okay, and before I go, I just want to ask you guys if you think that I need to change the format of the show. I'm thinking about having one show of ZbrushRush a week, one episode, where I spend maybe 15 minutes talking about the model I'm currently working on, maybe do some feedback from comments and answer some questions if anyone has any. And I want to do another show where I just post very fast videos of sculpts I've been working on, just like quick speed sculpts, low commentary on them, probably not much at all behind the overall thought of the sculpt, because I want to work on making more realistic sculpts. So I need to work on my fundamentals and foundations, because I feel like while it's very easy for me to make these cartoonish looking characters, it doesn't really help me progress as a modeler or sculptor. So I want to go back and do more of the foundations, or study the foundations of just a regular human face and the human figure, because I feel like once I get better at that, then it'll be a lot easier for me to transition into different styles and different types of sculptures, not just humans, but like monsters and creatures. So from now on I want to work more on that. If you guys think it's a good idea for me to make 2 shows, so I want to have like once a week have the ZbrushRush and maybe twice a week have the other ones, which should be a lot shorter, but just to keep you guys entertained and show you what I'm currently working on. If that sounds like a good idea to you, please let me know. As always, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe.